Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about the happiness advantage and how increasing happiness can help you maintain success. In this module, we're going to talk about the formulas for happiness, the happiness advantage, and steps to achieve happiness. So why is happiness important? RDI is proud to have a culture of hard work. We set big goals and do everything we can to meet and exceed them. Meeting goals day after day and week after week can challenge our ability to stay positive and persevere through obstacles. Many of us grow up thinking that if we work hard, we will become successful. And if we are successful, we'll be happy. When we put happiness on the other side of the goal line, it makes it more likely that we become discouraged. Recent discoveries in the field of positive psychology show that this idea is backwards. Happiness fuels success, not the other way around. So, what is the formula for happiness? Our society raises us to believe that with hard work, we will become successful. And with that success, it will bring us happiness. Sound familiar? But how often have you met a goal just to have another one set in its place? When we're pushing happiness out, we're never taking the time to enjoy life and our accomplishments along the way. Hard work equaling success, but success doesn't equal happiness. When we put happiness off until we've reached success, we assume that our external world is what determines our internal happiness. But that's not the case. Shawn Achor is one of the world's leading positive psychologists and the author of The Happiness Advantage, our primary reference for this course. His research shows that how we look at the world is the biggest indicator of how happy we can be. If you've not done so already, RDI highly recommends reading The Happiness Advantage. In his book, Achor says, only 10% of our long-term happiness is predicted by the external world. 90% of our long-term happiness is thus how our brain processes the external world. This is why we find people at the same job who are positive and love their work, and others see it as drudgery and stress. This is why some people love being single and others can't stand it. The external world does not predict your happiness, which is a freeing scientific realization about how much control you actually have over your happiness. So let's talk more about the happiness advantage. If we reverse the formula that we've been taught, we end up with happiness and success. When we focus on happiness and positivity, it increases dopamine and serotonin levels in our brains, chemicals that not only make us feel good, but also help us process information quicker and more accurately. This process gives us a happiness advantage, an edge that helps us meet our goals. Now let's talk about steps to achieving happiness. So, how do you increase your happiness? By following these next steps, you can rewire your brain to focus on the positive and become the happiest version of yourself. Here's the first step. Replace have to with get to. When we're grateful for what we have in our lives, it teaches us to scan the world for what we have rather than focusing on what we're missing. Gratitude trains our brain to think about circumstances in a positive way, which leads us to be happier. Instead of saying things like, oh, I have to go to work today, you could say, I get to go to work today. This is an opportunity not everyone has. We can be grateful for the chance to pay for our needs and wants. Here's the first tip. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for every day. Share them with a friend or a family member and hold yourself accountable to this habit each day. Step 2. See stress as a challenge, not a threat. Your brain performs better when you're positive than it does when you're negative, neutral, or stressed. We're more energetic and creative when we're positive, which gives us the opportunity to resolve the issues that are stressing us out in the first place. Use healthy coping mechanisms for stress management, such as physical exercise, meditation, or journaling. Tip 2 tells us that physical exercise helps relieve nervous tension that can be caused by stress. Meditation is a mental exercise that helps you focus on one task at a time. Finally, a great coping mechanism to manage stress is journaling. Write down one positive experience from your day so that you can relive what makes you happy. Step 3, spend time with positive people. This is my favorite step. Spending time around people that have a negative outlook can drain your energy. It's hard to stay focused on the positive when there's someone near you eager to point out what's wrong in every situation. Connecting with people who have similar views of the world can strengthen your perspective and solidify the changes you're making in your life to become a happier version of yourself. Tip 3, accept that others may not always want to be positive. However, maintain healthy boundaries with them to ensure their negativity doesn't bring you down. To summarize what we talked about today, happiness is not an elusive dream that we're always chasing. Our ability to view the world in a positive way is within our control. By taking the time to focus on the positive, we can not only feel better, but perform more efficiently and successfully. Thank you for spending time with me today. Take care.